It was all that Dan Marino's fault. Everyone knows that.
That's
If he'd
beautiful.
held the ball laces out like you're supposed to, Ray would never
We're
have
gonna be
missed
laughing
that
whenever this
kick.
comes in.
I know.
Dan Marino should die of gonorrhea and rot in hell. Would you like a cookie, son?
Gonorrhea.
Oh man.
Hello, and welcome to this week's Throwing Bombs, where me and Gage Gwynn, I'm Ricky Rod, by the way, we just talk junk about our favorite sport in the world, and we make fun of the NFL media, because I really, really dislike the NFL media. Right, Gage?
Amen.
Amen. I just love this song. I'm just going to let it play out for a little bit. It's all good. All right, Gage, what do you got for us this week?
So, every week we're just going to start out doing, last week's scores, talking about that just briefly, and then going into predictions of the next week.
Okay.
And then we'll just kinda-
weekly we're gonna talk about every game, and then I can crack jokes about each of those teams.
Exactly. So let's start out with the Thursday night game last week, where it was the Falcons and the Eagles. Eagles winning 18-12.
Okay, let's talk about that game.
The Philly special,
asleep.
whatever it's called. The Philly.
Yeah, they pulled
That
it out again.
Foles thing.
I think that offense is gonna be limited, bro, until they can get
Wentz
Carson
comes
Wentz
back. Yeah.
and freaking Matt Ryan. The same play to the opposite side of the end zone,
Yep.
and he I don't know what was up with his arm, but it was not good.
There were a lot of notable quarterbacks this week that really struggled.
Yeah,
Really
he
struggled.
He struggled. It wasn't good. And I get it. Defensive football, nah. That was just
him.
no bueno.
Yep. And Foles wasn't good either, honestly.
Yeah.
They just both barely managed to manage a game,
I got you.
and just somehow the Eagles won.
All right, what's
Next
next?
topic. My Ravens stomping the Bills 47-3.
Okay,
What?
first of all, me being a Dolphins fan I'm totally not upset about this score.
Right.
But let's talk about the Buffalo Bills as an organization. Okay, last year they benched Tyrod for who's the quarterback that started?
Nathan Peterman.
Okay, Peterman threw how many picks last year when they
He threw 5 picks in the first half.
and then they had to
then
bench him.
they brought Tyrod
And they
back out.
brought
Like, I'm
Tyrod
so
back.
sorry.
And then they traded Tyrod. They're like, Tyrod, you gotta go. We're gonna draft a number one quarterback or whatever. They ended
Right.
up getting first round quarterback.
Josh Allen, I believe.
And then they started Peterman, and
they
he
threw 2 picks again. He went 5 for 18 for like 30 yards.
Okay, so what does that tell you? What does that tell you about the NFL organizations? Like they're just cocky. I think the coaches, the GMs, they're thinking they could have fixed him.
I think the Bills honestly were just thinking like, man, we should just stick with the guy we have now, let him develop, and then let the guy we drafted
Let the
first
rookie take over.
develop also, and then take over after. Peterman kind of sucks even
But
more.
I wonder if he's just so good in practice that they're like, okay, this is going to translate to a
I don't
game.
think either of them are good in practice.
Wow,
That's the problem, because Josh Allen doesn't have accuracy.
It makes no sense you would get rid of a Tyrod Taylor and then have this happen, right?
Right.
And it just tells you that not everybody knows what they're doing in the NFL. That makes no sense. All right. Next game.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna give my Ravens any glory? That's cool.
Well,
Hey,
dude,
Joe Flacco, 3
you
touchdowns.
beat the Bills. Who did good?
Flacco had 3 touchdowns in 2.5 quarters, 250 yards. He passed to 3 of his different new receivers.
Oh, wow.
Crabtree,
So the
Snead,
wide
and-
receivers.
So
Well,
we're
Crabtree's
clicking.
good.
Right. So okay, next game, Jaguars 20, Giants 15.
Okay. The only thing I saw that was worth watching was Saquon. Did you see that
That
run?
long run at the end, yeah.
That run was
That's promising.
that was wow.
Yeah.
Like he made something out of nothing.
Right.
I'm not sure about Eli, man.
No, he's obviously on the way down. He's been on the way down for a couple years now, but this is really like
there's
showing.
a new coach. There's a new coach there.
Right.
Right. New system. I get it. There's gonna be some growing pains there, and the Jaguars, freaking Bortles, man, doesn't put up great
my
numbers. I think he
gosh.
had 170 yards passing.
Man, he
155
was
yards.
like a 50% completion rate,
Like-
a pick, a touchdown.
he just
just
that
enough to
team-
get by.
That team is built on defense and running the ball.
And Fournette
He
is
got
injured.
hurt. He got the
So-
hamstring.
Yep.
Well, that will be interesting to watch for next week.
Right. Moving on. Buccaneers 48, Saints 40. Fitzpatrick. 400 yards.
Listen, I hope Jameis is crying or whatever his name is. He's crying in the corner right now crying that Fitz magic.
This is his one game of the year that he puts up big numbers.
I was about to say, he only does this once because next week, old Fitzpatrick's going to throw 4 picks.
125 yards, 4 picks.
But I will say, okay, Deshaun Jackson last year was very quiet.
Right.
You didn't hear much from him, and then all of a sudden, him and what's his name, Evans?
Mike Evans.
Yeah, him and Mike Evans just ball out.
Yeah,
and it tells you that so much has to do with the QB.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right. So Jameis, I don't know, man. If he can't get his crap together, I don't think the future's bright for him there.
Right. And for the Saints, I mean, you have
and Jameis is not talent. It's his behavior.
Right.
It's his behavior.
And the Saints, I mean, they never have a defense, so that's all you got to say.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
Drew
Saints,
Brees is Drew Brees.
I don't think the Saints have been that strong on opening
days ever.
And on top of that, technically, I hate to say this, they should be the favorites for the NFC South.
They should
right now.
Yeah,
right now. Okay, but we can talk about the Panthers later. Go ahead.
All right. Next game: Texans 20, Patriots 27. Now, I mean, like I know you don't care.
Oh, I care.
But,
I care. Gronk showed out.
Yep.
And why do teams continue to let Gronk do that? Because when he plays the Panthers don't let Gronk do that.
Yeah.
They get in fistfights.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And
you just can't defend someone who's like 6'8" and literally has the reach.
Well, that and Tom Brady.
That
he
combo is
literally
ridiculous.
has nobody to throw to.
Right. Well, that's why he picked up Corey Coleman from
they signed 2 wide receivers
the Browns,
today.
The guy who asked for a trade in Hard Knocks.
Yes, they signed 2 wide receivers today going, oh, God, Philip Dorsett may not be the right guy for this team. But whatever, he'll make
numbers.
It work.
We'll talk about Hard Knocks later also.
Oh, yeah.
49ers 16, Vikings 24. Jimmy G struggled.
Bad. And, Cousins is efficient. He was efficient. There was some mobility issues that I felt are going to be missing that the Vikings had the Vikings offense had last year at that quarterback position.
Right.
Kirk Cousins again, he played good. The Vikings are going to be a team driven by defense and controlling the ball.
Yep.
And Jimmy G, even though he played bad, they still were in that game till the end. They had a goal line stand that just didn't work out.
Right.
And even when he played bad, they were still in the game.
Right.
Just so I think they should definitely be better this season. San Fran
especially
fans, don't
with
freak out.
Jimmy G. I mean, he's
Kirk Bass
he's
listens
so
to this. Kirk, it's okay, Kirk.
I mean, Jimmy G's so talented, but anyways, how about the longest game in since the
Dolphins broke another record.
Literally since the NFL AFL merger.
Yes.
Like,
how long was the game?
Wasn't it like 6 or 7 hours?
It was stupid.
It started at 1, didn't it?
All I know is I got home from church. I was listening to the game on the way home from church, and then they delayed it. And then I get home, and I'm like, okay, maybe the game will be on. No, it didn't come back on till like 7:30.
Right.
And then I watched it, and let me tell you, Tannehill was towards the end. He made some stupid decisions. He basically made 3 bad plays. 2 of them turned into picks. Right. He was very efficient. They ran the ball. If they continue to run the ball, they got a chance. That's all I'm gonna say. And then the Titans today were whining. Did you see them whining about Andre Branch and William Hayes hurting their
Taylor
linemen?
Lewan? Yeah,
they were hurting their line. You know why? Because they were chop blocking. Nobody wants to talk about the Titans O-line chop blocking. That crap should be illegal.
Also, Marcus Mariota hurt his hand, threw 2 picks afterwards.
Delaney
Walker tore his ACL.
Did you see that Mariota said he couldn't feel?
Yeah, he couldn't feel his hand.
Fingers,
yeah,
his hand. That's scary. He can't stay healthy, man, and I like that kid.
But what is scarier is Delaney Walker, their number 1 receiver.
Bad. I saw that play.
I mean, he's done.
And it wasn't anybody's fault.
Thing.
Yeah, it wasn't anybody's fault. He turned to go up the field, and you saw it buckle.
Yep.
You saw it buckle.
Yep.
Man, and that's bad for him.
Next game, Bengals 34, Colts 23. Andrew Luck.
Let's talk about Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck was
he good? Because I didn't watch.
Think he was
I watched
pretty
some
good.
of the highlights.
He was pretty good. I will say for not playing for 2 years.
That team is not good.
No.
Like I don't think they've done their last GM. I think Ryan Grigson, or whoever just got fired there, stripped that team of any talent.
Yep.
And anybody that does that and doesn't protect your top number 1 quarterback, you deserve to lose you deserve to lose your job.
They have the worst O-line in the NFL.
Yeah, arguably.
So and an awful defense. Andrew Luck will literally carry this team the entire year.
Yeah, I
Wouldn't be
agree.
surprised if he
I
gets
agree.
injured again because
the press won't say anything negative about him. By the way, I found the best Twitter ever. It's like this old, it's like the Civil War version of Andrew Luck, and it's a fake Twitter account. I'll post a link in the show notes. It is the best thing to follow. It is so funny. Okay,
check it out.
Go ahead.
And then the Bengals. I mean, they're the Bengals. They're going to go 8-8 this year.
Yes,
anyways, Steelers and Browns tie. What in the world?
And you
Big Ben.
You started Hard Knocks, right?
Yeah, Big Ben with 6 turnovers.
And they
6.
Well, first of all, these teams always play well against each other. They're in the same division.
Yeah.
Right, for the most part. And the Browns are going to be a different team this year. Mark my word.
They showed it.
They're going to be Myles Garrett made some major defensive plays yesterday.
Myles Garrett and Christian Kirksey.
Yes.
He's
and the
crazy.
weather was horrible.
Yep.
I know they missed a field goal. That weather was just bad. And JJ Watt's brother, I think, blocked the kick, by the way. And he's special player, by the way.
Oh, I know.
This isn't a chump. Like, this is a guy that quite possibly, he may eclipse his older brother and just how good a player he's going to be. But, man, I felt bad for them.
Oh, my gosh.
But the better story, though, is Connor,
the
running back.
Le'Veon's like,
out.
oh, no.
He shows out. Le'Veon's talking trash about them on Twitter. Did you see that tweet? He just did that little sarcastic smiley face or the inspection face, like, what?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like, when do you think he's going to report for camp? Like, or not camp, just show up.
He won't.
He's losing like $800,000.
I hope you know that he will not report. You think
so?
I
think he'll have to.
He is complaining about not getting paid when he is the highest paid running back in the NFL.
He wants to be. I think he wants to be.
He wants
in the
OBJ
top 5.
money.
Yeah, I think he wants to be in the top 5 right now.
Of
Guaranteed
overall
money. Yeah, guaranteed
paid
money.
people.
And running backs in this league just
don't get paid
it.
that much.
No, they don't because
their lifespan is from 24
Connor
to 30.
Was what round pick was Connor?
I think
Second,
it was like
third
the
round.
Third round, yeah.
Yeah, they're paying that dude barely above minimum NFL minimum.
Yeah,
they're gonna just go with him.
Right.
That's what's good. I'm surprised they haven't traded him, but
I don't know why they still kept the tag on him though. Is my question. Like
they're playing hardball, and the interesting thing is, all of a sudden, when he doesn't show up for camp, you see all this media. You see, like, the media pushing quotes from Pittsburgh players talking trash about him negatively, like when he doesn't show up. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, he's holding out for you. Because if you're a running back in this league, you're going to pay attention to what he's doing. Because he's going to set the pay scale for that position.
Right.
Period. And it is what it is. And I'm worried to death what's going to happen to Kenyon Drake, right? When the running back for the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when we get to that point with him, because if he continues on the path he's going now, it will be the same situation.
Oh, for sure.
It's going to be crazy. Okay, go ahead.
Next game, Chiefs 38, Chargers 28.
Wow. What did you
Patrick
think of
Mahomes?
What did you think? Did you watch? I watched the highlights and I watched some of the game.
He's going to be special.
Okay, because I saw the plays that he made, okay, and it looked like he was holding on to the ball a little too long on some of those long plays, and then he would just rifle. I mean, just crazy accuracy.
I know.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, they never got the running game going.
Right.
It was almost like these crazy kind of plays that just kept on multiplying. Andy Reid's a genius, I think, on offense.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill will be the dynamic duo of this team.
Well,
because Tyreek Hill on special teams is ridiculous.
He's got a crazy arm. My question is, show me how the Patriots game plan against him, and then we'll see how he does. I think it's going to take more than 4. It'll take, once he puts about 4 or 5 games on tape.
Because this is a second start.
Yeah, 4 or 5 starts when defenses can actually, when old Phillips there, Wade Phillips from the Rams looks at your tape and let's see what happens after a month.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about Mahomes. He looked good though.
Right. Seahawks 24, Broncos 27.
Yeah. Well,
Case Keenum, I mean, he came through.
3 picks, right? 3 TDs, 3 picks?
Yeah, 3 TDs, 3 picks. And he threw 2 TDs in the final quarter, I think.
He looked like he kicked a puppy. Did you see his press conference? He was like, well,
Yeah.
Threw 3 picks, but I had 3 TDs. We did okay. He kept on repeating himself over and over. I was like, come on, Casey Keenum.
Yeah, I think
I like him.
He's just still shocked at the fact that he's a starter.
I think he's a little bit like Ryan Fitzpatrick, in my opinion. Like, I know he did well last season.
Well, it's all about a scheme, honestly.
Yeah, and I'm glad he did well. But he's going to a very similar scheme where they're going to play defense and run the ball first.
Right.
That's what the Broncos thrives. Yeah, that's what the Broncos need to do. That defense is still nasty with Von Miller. Period.
Alrighty, next. Cowboys 8. Panthers 16.
God.
8? 8?
That's what I did while watching that
Ezekiel Elliott. How many? Let me just see how many yards he had real quick.
game. Zeke. Now you got to remember though,
69 yards.
Panthers defense, bro. Panthers defense is going to be good this year. I think they're going to be special. Did you notice anything particular about the offense though? Panthers offense. I felt like they were doing a lot of like vertical north runs. They were running into the middle of that defense. With McCaffrey, who he seems so little to me. He's so short.
Oh, I know.
But he's strong. Mm-hmm. Like he can carry people.
He's so versatile too.
But they're going more vertical with the run game. They're not, last year they were doing a lot of it seems like
plays.
Yeah, they were
like
doing
that.
a lot of zone outs and that was their scheme. I think they're sticking with some of that, but things seem much more vertical. Cam's Cam. That read option is so good with him. They used it perfectly on that scoring drive. It's just they keep on having injuries, man. I think the tight end is out.
Greg Olsen, he fractured his foot again.
Same foot. Same thing, man. And that sucks because that's the best receiver Cam's got.
Yep. All right. Redskins 24, Cardinals 6.
Alex Smith, boy.
And Adrian Peterson.
Yep. AP did great, and Alex Smith comes in. Doesn't put up crazy numbers. He had like 220, 230 yards passing, but he was efficient.
Right.
He just does not give the ball up.
Right.
Redskins fans, be thankful. He can get you 10 wins this year, in my opinion.
All right. Bears 23, Packers 24. Aaron Rodgers is magical.
Did you watch that?
Yes.
Okay, I watched that. Okay, well, let me be honest. I was watching Destiny 2 I was playing Destiny 2 and watching that game. Okay, and when he goes out, Deshaun Kaiser goes in, right?
Oh gosh.
And he gets lit up like a Christmas tree, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He's no bueno. I heard he thanked Aaron Rodgers after the game for his first NFL win. I read that. Okay? And he should have. He should have kissed.
My gosh.
He should have kissed Aaron Rodgers' hand.
Yep.
Okay, the dude, I think he's above Brady as a quarterback skill wise. He, with one leg, he still has incredible accuracy, incredible velocity.
Right.
Some of those plays he made with one leg in the second half. I mean, it's unbelievable. Now, the whole cart thing, that's a little dramatic when he got taken off in a cart.
Reminded me of like Paul Pierce in the NBA
do that.
Finals.
They do that in that stadium. Like basically anything that happens, Green Bay, they're really conservative there. They're really safe. They'll just cart you off.
Right.
Okay, so that was like a little dramatic. I believe he's hurt. I'm not doubting that he was not hurt.
Right.
But the bottom line is, who was the kid that dropped the interception? Fuller?
I think so.
For the Bears?
Yeah.
That kid cost them the game.
Yep.
If he would have made that pick in the fourth quarter, the game should have been over. The best thing from that game, next to Aaron Rodgers' performance, was Khalil Mack.
Oh, my
Khalil
goodness.
Mack dominated. He utterly dominated, and I'm thinking think of all those Raiders, the Raiders players, not the fans, the players.
Just think of the Raiders last night.
Watching how the Raiders treated him, right?
Yep.
Okay, Khalil Mack had no training camp, no preseason,
Right.
nothing. Goes in
Dominates.
and dominates, shows out.
Yep.
And I think he's going to have a fantastic
He's probably
season for the Bears.
He's arguably the best defensive player in the league.
I'm not sold on that QB though.
Oh, Trubisky? No.
I'm not.
No.
I'm not. I don't. I know he won what? He won like half of his games last year. I think he won like 4 or 5 games.
I mean, it wasn't a lot.
I still think they're going to run first and throw later.
Right.
And that's the way. But supposedly, I looked up the coach. He came from Andy Reid's sort of coaching tree.
Right.
Okay, and he should be a more creative force, I think, offensively for the Bears. Mm-hmm. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right, Monday night games. Rams and Raiders.
Oh
Rams
my God.
33,
Yeah.
Raiders
I
13.
think the
It was
Rams-
tied at the half, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
the Rams, obviously they adjusted better and the Raiders wore down. Okay, let's talk about that front four defense for the Rams. Mm-hmm. Okay, you've got Aaron Donald, Mr. $60 million man, right? I think that's what he got guaranteed. I can't remember.
Something ridiculous.
He was the one
It's
who
the
held
highest
out.
in history, I think.
Yeah, he got his money, right? And then you got Sue.
Bringing him in, and then you have
Now their linebackers aren't like you look at their linebackers. Statistically, they got like average linebackers,
right.
but they've got great corners, strong safeties, great safeties, and then that front line. You got Wade Phillips. Wade Phillips, I don't know what he does with his defenses, man, but he gets you. He gets you. He was with the Broncos when they had their run recently, and then he goes to the Rams, and look what happened last year.
Right.
And I know that coach is considered an offensive genius. He's doing great. He's doing a great job. He dates supermodels out in L.A. Good for him. Good for him. But he's a good offensive-minded coach.
Yep.
Goff he's showing out. He's doing good. And then, of course, Gurley. But
Final game. The surprise of the week. Jets 48, Lions 17. Sam
right.
Darnold.
So here I am, texting my friend. Sam Darnold throws a pick six
For the first
pass
throw
in his
of his
pro career.
Yep.
And I was like, yes, Jets are going to be hot trash.
And then they score 48
and then
points.
they just go off. Okay, now how much of that? Okay, what's the coach's name for the Lions? Matt Patricia.
Yeah.
Right? Mr. Belichick here. Did I send you that screenshot? What was that screenshot I sent you?
Oh, it was like all the losing records of the people after they
Okay.
leave Belichick, right?
Okay, there was a great tweet put out by all of the records of Belichick's quote-unquote coaching tree, right? You had McDaniels on there, Al Groh was on there, Romeo Cromwell was on there. I think there was only one that was above 50%.
Al, I think, was.
Yeah, Al Groh, that was it.
Yep.
Everybody else was way under, and just basically hot garbage. What is it about Belichick not being able to develop coaches?
Man, I don't even know.
He has, I mean, listen, he's considered a genius, but he's nothing without Tom Brady,
Right.
to be honest. But, they give him credit for the Ravens, by the way. Do you know that? Like Ozzie Newsome was under him,
Right.
and he was sort of in that core before they moved from the Browns to Baltimore,
Right.
and they still give him some credit for that, which I think is a stretch at the very. I mean, it's such a far stretch for me,
Right.
but yeah, man, Matt Patricia. I don't know what's going on with that team. They kept the best named offensive coordinator in the league.
Oh, I know.
Jim Bob Cooter. Coach Cooter. Coach Cooter, could you get your quarterback to score and not throw 4 picks?
Yeah, really.
Coach Cooter, can you imagine the press conferences?
All right. Thanks, Coach Cooter.
I can't help it, but that's the dude's name.
Oh, I know.
That's the only one that made the staff, by the way. Everybody else got fired.
You got to keep Coach Cooter around,
Got to keep the old Coach Coot. But, let's talk about, that was bad.
Yeah.
The offense for the Lions was bad. Stafford, bad. Everything was off. His offense is totally based on timing, and it was way off. It was way off. And how much of that was the Jets' defense? The Jets they got better last year, right? I like their coach, Todd Bowles.
Yep.
He used to coach for the Dolphins. Great D-line coach, okay? Goes to the Cardinals, does great with the Cardinals, boom, ends up at the Jets. I just like him. I really do. I sort of wish the Dolphins hired him instead of Joe Philbin many years ago, But that team's always going to play. They're going to play well. And I think I don't know how much Sam Darnold is going to be able to get them to win games. I still think their max is going to be 8 games.
I think so, too.
That's just me. That's just me. I think with a rookie quarterback, it's very hard. The last chance they had a chance to really do well was Mark Sanchez's rookie year. But that team had incredible talent on that team. They made it to the AFC Championship. that
I
year.
know with Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, with Mark Sanchez. Think about that. And they had incredible talent. Incredible talent. They just they don't have that. I don't think they have that talent. So
Right.
I still think the Caps 8-8.
Right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick next week's stuff real quick.
Okay.
And we're gonna tally our picks and
Week
keep
to
it
week or at the end of the season? Week to week.
week to week and just keep a cumulative thing going.
Okay.
And at the end, just hey,
Let's
surprise.
do it. We can talk some trash. I like it.
All right, Ravens and Bengals. Who do you got?
Ravens. Where's it at?
Ravens. Is
Is it at Cincinnati? I still think it's the Ravens.
Where is it at? Yeah, it's at the Cincinnati, I think.
I still think it's the Ravens.
All right, Panthers and Falcons.
Panthers.
I think Panthers also.
Okay.
Colts Redskins.
Redskins.
I think. Yeah,
I'm gonna go Redskins.
I just think it's not going to be consistent
Yeah.
enough for the Colts. Texans and Titans. I say Texans. I love the Titans, but I think Texans.
Even with
With
the injuries
Delaney
now,
out.
yeah, I'm gonna go with the Texans.
Yeah.
And Deshaun didn't look great. He looked better in the fourth quarter of
Right.
that game, that Texans game.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll play better. I think they'll win.
Right. Eagles and Bucks. This is a tough one.
That is a tough.
I think
one.
Eagles are going to win though.
That is a tough one. However,
I think Fitzpatrick's
I
not
cannot
gonna
believe
come
in
through.
Fitzpatrick, bro.
Yep.
I just can't do it. I'm gonna
Yep.
go Eagles. I'll go with you.
Chiefs and Steelers. I think Chiefs are going to win.
What?
I think so.
Nope. We disagree. On
I
this one.
I think the
I'm going
Steelers are just not going to be consistent.
I think they're gonna hit Mahomes. Is what I think. I'm gonna go with the Steelers on this one.
Dolphins and Jets.
Oh, where's it at?
Jets.
Well, I can tell you now. I can never pick against the Dolphins. And number two, we always split the games.
Right. I think Jets are going to win at home.
Yeah. Yes. And it should be a close game. Should be a good game. I'm gonna have to pick the Dolphins because I cannot pick against them. Sorry.
Chargers and Bills.
I'm gonna go Chargers.
I would hope you did.
I don't care who they're starting. I don't care who the Bills are starting. It doesn't matter.
Vikings and Packers at Packers. I'll just say at if it's like an important game, but if you know they're going to lose, then
Ooh, and Aaron Rodgers is starting. We don't know that. I'm gonna go wild card here.
I'm
I'm
gonna
picking
say Vikings,
bro.
yeah.
Let's go Vikings. Okay.
Browns and Saints. I would hope that the Browns win, but I think the Saints are going to win
Saints. I'm
realistically.
gonna have to go with the Saints as well.
Lions and 49ers. I say 49ers because the Lions got curb stomped
49ers.
and it's at 49ers.
Yeah, and I think Jimmy G's not gonna date any porn stars.
he's going to bounce back.
And he's gonna come back. He's gonna stay away from the porn stars, and he's gonna throw bombs. Okay.
Cardinals and Rams.
Yeah, Rams.
Pats and Jaguars at Jaguars
You know what? They played them great last
in the
season.
playoffs.
I'm gonna go Jaguars.
I think Patriots barely by like a field goal.
They played them so good.
right.
Played them great.
But that's playoff
I know.
mode.
I know.
Playoff Bortles. Think
And I
about
hate
that.
the Patriots. But I honestly think the Jags have a chance to win this game.
They have a chance. Like I'm saying, I think a field goal will win this game.
The Patriots always start slow.
and
defense
then
always
destroy
takes a while,
everyone.
and then
In the last 12 games they
It's
win.
usually the defense.
Yep.
That team is built on Brady scoring and the defense not like, not
Not breaking in half.
Yeah, that's it. They just stretch.
Right. Raiders and Broncos at Broncos. Broncos. At Broncos.
Oh yeah, Broncos. Yeah, they hate each other though.
Oh, I
they
know.
hate. Gruden could be talking trash.
Useless
He could be
trash.
Like, I'm Chucky Face.
I
we
love-
the Broncos, blah, blah, blah.
I love Derek Carr, but they can't
Dude,
protect
he
him.
played like doo-doo butt.
They can't protect him
Do you
either.
think it's the system? Do you think they threw too much at him? They were like, Derek, you're gonna carry it.
Honestly, no, because remember, he actually had an MVP caliber
Yeah, I mean,
season.
he's obviously.
I think
has
just
the
new
skill.
coordinators and everything is just kind of
Yeah, well,
trashed him a little
Gruden,
bit.
I will say this. I'm going to point this out. I think in the Rams Raiders game, right?
Mm-hmm.
You saw McVay make better. You saw the Rams make better offensive adjustments than Gruden did.
Right.
And it could have to do with Gruden just
Being
It's
rusty.
been 10 years.
Yeah.
He's a little chubbier now, right? Chucky's not as skinny as he was back in the day. He was winning the Super Bowl there with the Bucks. So
Right.
I don't know. It may take him a few games too.
All right, next. Giants at Cowboys. I think Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
Giants have too much of a porous defense to let Ezekiel Elliott.
And the Cowboys need to rebound because
Right.
let's talk about a team that loves. Well, not they don't love it, but the media loves to just beat up sometimes. They like to beat up
it's a love-hate
on
relationship.
the Cowboys. They really do.
Yep. From week to week, they love
Jason
them.
Garrett people hate Jason Garrett.
Yeah.
Like, they hate how conservative he is.
They don't think he's a good coach. He's all right.
I will say this. There's the talent that who's their QB? I love him. I do like him.
Oh, Dak Prescott.
Okay, Dak came onto a team that had better talent, and now that talent is not there, and he's going to struggle a little bit.
Right.
And I'm not sure he's like a Russell Wilson, where Russell just sort of can put the team on his back and still win games.
Right.
I don't think Prescott's that level. They wanted to make him that level, but I just don't think he is. And you got Zeke. You got arguably the best running back in the league, or the top two. I love the way he plays.
Right. He's always fierce.
If he can get on track, I think they'll win.
All right, last game, Monday Night Football. Seahawks at Bears. You would think Seahawks, but then you think about the defense of the Bears this year, and you go,
Seahawks
at Bears.
Seahawks.
I think Seahawks barely.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you with the Seahawks.
It might be like a 19-16 game.
They got some
issues.
Like that. There's some issues on that team.
They don't no one shows up on the offensive line.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson is throwing 250 yards and running for 100 yards, and
that is
always running for his life.
That is a common problem, though. It's not just that team struggling with the O-line. There is a general issue in the NFL with offensive line play. What's happening is there's just so many the systems that these players are learning in college and having to change in the NFL. It's just very drastic.
And another problem is these guys are getting they win a Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
The quarterback gets paid big money while they are, still he's on his rookie contract normally. They win a Super Bowl. Then they have to pay everybody alongside the quarterback. So who are they going to not pay? The offensive line.
Yeah, and running backs have become that way too.
Right.
Running backs do not get paid as much.
Well, how many running backs post 1,000 yards in a season? 5?
Hardly anymore, because the systems are built around 2 now.
5.
Yeah.
And quarterbacks, 15 quarterbacks will post 4,000 yards.
Yeah.
So
it's in defense. Let's not even talk about the stupid rules, man. I mean, you cannot
can't
even
really hit
Did you see
anyone.
the new rule now? When you sack a quarterback, you can't put all your weight on the quarterback.
Yeah.
So I saw a funny tweet. Don't hit them high. Don't hit them in the middle. Don't hit them low. Just
tag him.
Yeah. Like there's nothing you can do,
dude. I was playing Madden 19 and I dived to hit the quarterback to make sure he doesn't throw it.
And
I get a flag for roughing the passer.
It's. They said that's another statistic from this week. It was the highest scoring week in NFL history.
You can't hit the quarterback.
Offensively.
So,
it's because of
pressure
the rules.
him.
It's the rules.
Yep.
And that's why the Tom Brady's are able to play till they're 45 and 46. Same thing with Drew Brees. They're just not getting touched.
Yeah.
Well, Ben's been hit.
He has.
Ben's been hit. I think he got injured. He got injured Sunday with an elbow.
Mike Tomlin described it as bruises and bumps.
Yeah, he's another one that'll come out there with one leg and still beat you. So when he says it, I'm like, that dude's going to show up and play. Yeah. But it was a good week. I enjoyed the week. It was great. I loved having football Thursday.
It's so great, yeah.
It was fun. I'm glad it's back. I'm pumped up. Monday was a great day with the Dolphins win. I realize we're going to have a bumpy season regardless. But,
probably the same here.
Hey, let's talk about what controversy we had last week. Nike, right? Did you see that commercial?
Yes.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome. It was very inspiring.
It's very empowering.
Yeah.
I was like, people have a big problem. Like, of course, you see 15,000 memes on Facebook.
Yeah.
About, what is it, believe in something even if it means, what is the saying?
Yeah, those memes have been good, though.
They've been hilarious.
I've seen some very funny memes.
Then they've been almost borderline racist towards people.
This is my advice.
Calm down.
This is my advice. If you feel that strongly about Nike, don't burn the shoes. Give them to a family in need.
Yeah, why are you burning your shoes? You're gonna buy some more in a month.
Yeah, and nobody's burning any retros. Did you notice that? Nobody's burning retros.
Oh yeah, I would burn Nikes now.
They're burning
anyways,
the
cheapos, trash.
The cheapos. But listen, we appreciate everybody. We love everybody. If you have any questions, hit us up on our Facebook page. Welcome to the Bombhouse Podcast. Hit us up on our website, bombhousepodcast.com. Check out Ruddy Man Beard Products. I have some in my beard right now.
I need some in my beard.
Oh yes, and I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up. I know the owner.
I mean, I guess it is true.
I'm sort of a big deal, Gage. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
Seriously, we want your feedback. We do appreciate it, everybody. If you have any questions, all that good stuff, hit us up. Peace out.
We love tacos, so let Ricky do his thing pronto. Finish the session today, he gon' hit you with the mix tomorrow. Produce, record, mix, master it. Sounding so dope that it gets your pass a little hit after hit after hit after hit. Hit after hit, lickety split. What's that smell? Apple cinnamon, ready made big. Got it from Jimmy Jam. Grab the pen again, let me hear it back again.